the biggest lake in Japan, Lake Biwa in Shiga. Konnichiwa, minasan! I'm coming to you, well, not live. I am here at the Biwako Terrace in the beautiful prefecture of Shiga. It will be melt in your mouth amazing! Shiga can be found east of Kyoto in the Kansai area and will be giving a special tour today. Shiga is just a train ride away from Kyoto or Osaka. In fact, it's only 9 minutes from Kyoto Station. But if you really want to explore, then you gotta rent a car. No, come on, let's go see what there is to see. And what better way to start sightseeing than right here at Biwako Terrace? One ropeway ride later, and you're surrounded by gorgeous views from all sides. Take a look at Lake Biwa from all the way up here. The only thing that could make this better is some food. Oh yes, that's what I'm talking about. Hot, fresh food and drinks with beautiful views. All 5 senses are satisfied. Yosh! Break time's over. Let's get down to the ropeway and take a closer look at the lake proper. This is Biwako, or Lake Biwa, one of the oldest lakes in the world. It's estimated that Biwako is over 4 million years old. Otsu is the largest port on Lake Biwa. All sorts of water-ready vessels are docked here, some of which you can ride for a cruise. You can spot one of the Pokemon-themed manholes called Pokelids spread all over Japan in Otsu Port. Oh yeah, at night they even have entertainment. We got some footage of the fountain show they occasionally perform. Water and lights abound. We have so many activities at the lake, either on the water, like kayaking, or around the river, like going on its bike trails. Go on a cycling tour. If you happen to be in Japan during the summer, it's a good way to escape the heat. And trust me, Japan can get really hot and humid during the summer. Oparu, an outdoor sports club, is a fantastic way to experience all this and more. They have rental equipment and activities that you can try out. Here we have someone who wanted to try out one of the many activities here at Oparu.
皆さんこんにちは。私は琵琶湖ビジターズビューローの榊原です。今日はここオーパルに来ています。オーパルはカヤック、サップ、サイクリングなどが楽しめる施設です。今日私はサップに挑戦します。頑張ります。
Did you have fun?
サップ体験してきました。すごく楽しかったです。琵琶湖のゆったりとした景色を見ながらすごく楽しめました。皆さんもぜひ琵琶湖でサップしてみませんか？
It sure looks like a lot of fun. So, my lovely viewers, come over here in Shiga and experience what the biggest lake in Japan has to offer. Oparu even sells bentos on the lake to fill up after burning all those calories. A hearty meal after a lot of fun. Count me in. If you think Shiga is only about Lake Biwa, then you're in for a surprise. There's something for anyone who has an interest in Japanese culture, food, and even anime. This is the Omi Shrine, a famous location for the game of Karuta, where its championship game is also held. Karuta? Karuta! From the Portuguese word carta, which means cards. It's a game based on a series of poems called Hyakuni Nishu. Also, if you've seen the anime Chihaya Furu, like I have, you'd know at least a bit. The concept and its history is a bit too complex to cover in this brief section, so just trust me and look forward to the full video about the subject. From a shrine to a temple, welcome to Onjoji Temple or Mii-dera. This temple is rich in history and is considered one of the 4 great temples of Japan, being part of so many famous battles in Japanese history and fictional ones too. For fans of manga and anime, they might recognize this place for an entirely different reason. This was used as a shooting location for the live-action movie adaptation of Rurouni Kenshin, or Samurai X. Here are some of the most iconic locations from that film. But even without that context, you can see the beauty and history of this place. You can also see a gorgeous view of Otsu City in the distance. And what do you know? Speaking of what's in the distance, here is the famous floating Torii Gate of Shirahige Shrine. Now that's a beautiful harmony of Japanese culture and Lake Biwa. Shirahige Shrine is supposedly over 2,000 years old, which fits, given that Shirahige means white beard. The god of the shrine is the god of longevity, so people visit the shrine to pray for good health or possibly a long-lasting legacy. Just don't cross the road, or that may result to the opposite of what you prayed for. This road right here is a dangerous highway and not to be crossed on foot, even when you're just trying to get a gorgeous picture of the Torii Gate. And we're back to another Rurouni Kenshin live-action movie location. A city with a long history and a great sakura viewing destination is the city of Omihachiman. There's more to do on the water too. You see, there are all these little connective rivers and lagoons that branch from Lake Biwa called Naiko. You can hire a boatman to take you down the way and take in all the sights and sounds of nature. Some of these boatmen have been driving around the lake for decades and will be very happy to show you the history of the area. Way back when, all sorts of merchants used these boats to travel goods all across the region. And they used to ride these babies for miles. Anyway, let's move on to our next destination that I think is quite peculiar. Welcome to Tanuki Village! As you can see, there are tons and tons and tons of tanuki everywhere. But while that's very exciting, that's not what we're here for. Yes, we're here for something even more exciting than giant tanuki. But we'll cover this further in a separate video. Yes, sirree, we're here for some pottery. This is Shigaraki Tougeimura, a center for pottery and ceramics of all kinds. They sell their handmade works here, as well as run classes. And they'll even teach you how to use all sorts of different pottery wheels, from automatic to manually powered ones. Or you can make your own Shigaraki-style ceramic to take home. Or make your very own tanuki. Or buy one, your choice. You can also chill in a very unique cafe called Noborigama Cafe, which means climbing kiln. I mean, it's literally a kiln, a real-life kiln, which are very rare to find nowadays. You can enjoy some sweets with tea or coffee while chilling in the kiln. Now that's something. From one handmade craft to another, we move on to Omi Jofu, a traditional textile shop with techniques and materials used since the 15th century. They still hand make all of the fabrics to this day. Like Shigaraki Tougeimura, Omi Jofu does have workshop classes as well, so you can come and learn about this very important skill.
この近江上府伝統産業会館には日本国中からたくさんの方が機織り体験に来ています。これはこの技術というのが他の地域には全くないものなので、それを皆さんやりたい、ぜひここでしかできないオンリーワンを体験したいと思ってたくさんの方が来られます。私たちはそういう人たちの思いを受けて、この技術がずっと後世にも続けられ、皆さんが体験できて、その近江上府が生産できるために日夜努力をして活動をしております。皆さん、海外の皆さんもぜひうちの体験をしにこの近江上府伝統産業会館の方にお越しください。
The building itself has a lot of rich history and holds some very important relics. Ta-da! The front shop for Omi Jofu. They sell not only souvenirs, but also handmade rami and hemp fabrics made in the shop. It's got so many bright and wonderful colors too. All of this making and creating has gotten me super hungry. Not that we're lacking in choices of incredible food here in Shiga. Like, here's Shiseian Koshu, home of the delicious unagi-don, and of course, the local specialty of Shiga, Funazushi. It's a type of fermented sushi made with the indigenous species of fish in Lake Biwa. More on this in a separate video. So how was the Funazushi?
美味しかったです。 酸味がありますが癖が少なくてまろやかで美味しかったです。お酒にも合いそうです。
Phew! I'm up for something sweet after that, and I know just the place to go. This is Kanou Shoujuan. It's a renowned Japanese-style confectioner. They don't only make and sell sweets, but you can also have tea in a relaxing tea room.
私ども加納小寿庵では、農耕一つという取り組みをここ須内の里で行っております。それは、果樹園や畑を持って農業を行いながら、そこで採れた自然の恵みを、菓子作りに生かす、そういった、菓子作りを行っています。
Now, it is time for the food finale. Beef. ねえねえ、皆さん、have you ever heard of Wagyu beef? It's gotten pretty famous all across the world for being some of the most tender beef you can find. Did you know that the top 3 brands that produce Wagyu beef in Japan all hail from the Kansai region? And Shiga is in that region. And we're at one of those ranches right now. Yeah, we are. The Morishima Ranch. And now we're off to Restaurant Morishima. Famous for how well they care for their cows and how melt in your mouth amazing the resulting beef is. We're talking about Omi Beef, originating here in Shiga, which is said to be the oldest beef brand in Japan. But sadly, we don't have time to dive in too deep into Omi Beef, you know, the Wagyu produced here. But we'll be having more on this later in a dedicated video. And that's all we have for you today, folks, showing off just a few of the wonders that you can find in Shiga. We at Onippon highly suggest that you come and visit, just a stone's throw away from Kyoto. We'd also like to make a special thanks to the Biwako Visitors Bureau for assisting us in getting permissions to shoot the stuff we covered in this video. Information for all the places are in the description below. As mentioned, we will make a separate, in-depth video of some of these in the near future. But that's all we have for today. Till next time, mata ne!